What it do, it's your girl Destiny, and I'm back with another video. So today I have a little bit of a story time. I don't know if you guys care, but it's like a bop story, so stay tuned.
I just don't like when they press up on you, baby, cause I just know I'm the best one for you.
Oh my god, it's all burnt up on the inside. Oh my god, my niece put her doll on the inside of my lamp and the hair is burnt in there. Moving on to story time. This story is about me and Sydney going to the BTS concert, the Love Yourself BTS concert tour, whatever, in Chicago. We live in Iowa, so like Chicago's like 6 hours away, not that big of a deal, but we both like, so I didn't want to drive the whole way. Chicago is too much, like you can't park anywhere, everything is expensive. So I was just like, no. And then we were like, okay, we're not even gonna go because like we don't even have a place to stay. We don't have any of those arrangements or anything. Like a month before it was supposed to go down, we had given up hope, right? Sydney hadn't, but I was totally like, whatever, you know? Because I didn't even want to go in the first place, to be honest with you. Like I love BTS or whatever, but concerts in general are like, noter. So then I made my friend a skirt because I'm a fashion designer and I make things. Maybe I'll show you guys some of the things I've made on this channel. I'm probably gonna do a lookbook with all my stuff before I go to Fashion Week in New York. So stay tuned for that. My friend comes over, Erica, to pick up her skirt, and Erica is going to school in Chicago. She may be very mad that I just told all of her business, but she's going to school in Chicago and she was living in a dorm. Like I told Sydney about it and she's like, oh yeah, we still don't have tickets and we still don't have a way to get there. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So then maybe 2 weeks before, I was like, oh my god, girl, I got a great idea. Let's just take the bus. And she's like, the bus? And I was like, yeah, the mega bus. So if you guys haven't heard of the mega bus, it's basically this giant bus that like takes you from point A to point B and you pay for it basically. It's just like a regular bus but giant and it takes you farther. So we looked at megabus stuff and we picked out dates and stuff. We didn't have tickets still, which is some bullshit. But we were like, okay, should we go the second or the third day? Because they had two concerts, one on the October 2nd, one on October 3rd. And so I was like, let's just go for like 4 days. Like let's get there the 1st and then let's leave the 4th. You don't get the second day's tickets, we get the third day's tickets. I got the tickets and I was just so excited and having a good time, and I was on the phone with Sydney before class started and I was just like trying to do homework, but I was super excited, so I was doing research about like how to not die at a BTS concert. Armies are fucking crazy. So I was like looking up shit to do and whatever, and then like out of nowhere, I was on the phone with Sydney and she's like, oh my god, like I'm so excited. And I was like, yeah, we gotta get on time because we're never anywhere on time. I'm literally late to everything, so I was mostly saying that for me. But then I go to look at the tickets. Lo and behold, I'm so glad Sydney even called me and started talking about the tickets because I had booked the wrong dates. Not necessarily the wrong dates, but I had said we were already in Chicago and we wanted to come back to Iowa. So October 1st, the bus was thinking we were gonna be in Chicago and gonna pick us up from Chicago to come to Iowa. God. So that was the first disaster among many disasters. This is gonna be a long video. Then I hurry up, cancel the tickets, and I'm freaking out now because I'm like, oh my god, my money, where did my money go? Okay, you have like 24 hours to get, no, it was like you have 12 hours to get new tickets or these are just invalid, you lost your money. Fuck. I'm praying and hoping that the bus didn't fill up October 1st, because if it did, I was going to cry. But thank the Lord, it didn't, and October 4th bus didn't. We made it by that much. Because the day that I realized, with the capacity of my mind, all filled up and everything, was like literally a week before we were leaving. Excuse me, not even, like maybe 5 days, and I realized it. So, and the bus was pretty much filled once we got on the bus. So I was like, oh, thank Lord. Thank Lord. We got our tickets fixed, okay? And then the day we were supposed to get on the bus and go, that day comes. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to school and be a good student because I had missed so much school this year. I had gone to Chicago 3 times, gone to New York, gone to, where else did I go? Virginia. I went and I lost track of time in my math class because
oh, I did so bad in that math class. Like literally when people are like, oh, I got all C's this semester, or literally I got all C's, like not even one B, not one.
I was in my math class, lost track of time, and I looked up and I had like 20 minutes to get home. And I go to DMAC and that's like 25 plus minutes away from West Des Moines. And I was just like, you know, I had 20 minutes to get home. and then I had 10 minutes to pack everything up and then get downtown, which is 15 minutes away. Whoa, ha, yo. Jumped out my seat, dashed off, got my car, zoomed down the freeway, going 80 in a 60 zone. I was zooming down a highway trying to get there on time. Sydney was already there. Like, Mom, let's go, we gotta hurry up. And I was just throwing stuff into my suit. Well, I had my suitcase already packed. And I was like, let's go, let's go. And she's like, stupidly thought my friend Erica had a car. I don't know why I thought a college student in Chicago has a car. Where would you park that thing? So I had a duffel that you carry. Awesome. And Mom was like, no, like, she doesn't have a car, like, get rolly. Okay, yeah, let me get a rolly shit. I don't know what those are called, rolly luggages. So I got a rolly luggage from my basement, and then me and Sydney had to dump all my stuff that was in my duffel. We had to dump that shit. We had to get it into the rolly before it was time to go, and we had literally 10 minutes to get downtown, people, and it takes 15. And I was like, fuck. I've never seen my mom be early to one thing in her entire existence as a human. She's taking her sweet time, she's using the bathroom, she's doing all this, and I'm like, Mom, I'm really trying to be patient with her. Love you, Mom. So we finally got in the car, and it's like 30 minutes past the hour, and we're supposed to be there at 45, and I'm just crying inside my brain right now. So we get downtown, right? We're 5 minutes late. Okay, we're bridging on 6 minutes, and I'm like, the megabus is not gonna wait. It's not gonna wait, we missed it. Then we can't find where the megabus is. I was like, what the hell? Is this a megabus? It was. But instead we went to the Dart building, which was across the street, and she dropped us off. And then I was just like, oh my God. We look over and the big bus that says megabus, I don't know why I'm still doing air quotations, it did say megabus. It was leaving. We were like sprinting down the street, and then like my life flashed before my eyes, BTS flashed before my eyes, the money I spent on this megabus. I fell. I almost fell out my chair. We're running, we were crying, and the bus stopped. He stopped the bus, yelled at us a little bit. It was this old grumpy black man. I was shaking so hard I couldn't pull up the ticket, and I was like with my phone, I was like, like, what the hell, dude? Got on that bus safely, might I add. Then it dawned on me, I was like coming down from the stress, and then it hit me. We did not have tickets to the BTS concert yet. So I started checking the tickets again, and that's a whole nother story, how we didn't get tickets. So I will save that story for another time. Anyway, so we were on the bus checking the ticket prices, seeing if they would go down back to original price. They never did, which is really lit. Anyways, so we were like, okay, this is what we can afford, and this is what's left. All the way in the back, Justin Bieber nosebleed seats. No, we were looking so hard for day 2 and day 3 tickets that were in our price range and that were close enough to see the boys. There's 7 of them. I don't want to be like, which one is the one that everyone's screaming Jimin? I didn't see Jimin do shit. I wanted to be close enough so I could be like, Jimin! And he could hear and he could be like, Destiny! He doesn't know my name, but one day he will. Oh my God, we're stressing and stressing. And I was like, don't worry about it, Sydney, we'll get there. Then her dad miraculously just gave us another $100, and her mom gave us another $50. And I was like, yes, bless up. So we got there, we went to sleep or whatever. We did a stress sleep because we got there pretty late. And I made up the great idea to stay up in shifts to see if the tickets went down. Sydney went to sleep, never woke back up. So I stayed up all night. I'm not even kidding. I stayed up until 7 o'clock in the morning looking to see if there was BTR tickets. That whole night the tickets never went down to the price it was supposed to go down to. They went down a little bit, full on panic mode, because tomorrow was the first day of the first show. And I was like, oh my God, people are lining up already. I mean, if we have seats, it doesn't really matter, but Jesus Christ. And they were selling out, and I was like, guys, wait till they go down. I was really having a panic attack. You don't even know. We're on the train, we're looking bop. I'll insert some pictures because we look like snacks. And we went to the art center. We had a good day, but then like the stress just got to me. But let's go to the K-pop store in Chinatown and relax. Like, let's see if there's fellow armies there who can like sympathize. We went and we saw some armies, and I was like, hey, BTS. They ignored us, and I was like, awesome, fuck you. And my anxiety level's on a 10, and we had to figure this shit out because it was now 3 hours. 3 hours, guys, before the first show. The tickets were on, there was like 3 tickets left. No, there was like 5 tickets left that weren't sold for the second day, and the third day hadn't gone down at all. Panicking, I was sweating. I'm sweating now. I'm freaking out now, think about it. And I was like, you know what? There's tickets right here that are like $50 more than what we wanted to spend. Let's just do it. And Sydney was like, it's gonna overdraft my account. And I was like, wait, let's see. So at first they were what we wanted to spend. They were in our price range. I'm not gonna say the prices because I do not want to out myself for how much I paid for these goddamn BTS tickets. And the taxes and fees for Ticketmaster are
ridiculous.
Like, are you trying to rip off people who just want to see their favorites in concert? Like, in fee, it was like $50 each ticket for fees. It's digital. What is the fee? Now, instead of being just like a couple dollars over what we wanted, it was like $200 over what we wanted to spend. So I was like, okay, maybe not these tickets. So we kept looking. It was the 4th row or something farther back, which was more expensive. And then I was like, Sydney, let's just overdraft this account and pay it all back later because we need to get the tickets and now let's do it. And we literally had a powwow in front of the little K-pop store. Like,
we can do this. We're young. We're dumb. Our parents will forgive us if we overdraft this account.
Yeah, this is the time to be doing this right now. This is the time to be free. This is the time to go see BTS and do crazy stuff. We're 20 and 19. Let's do it.
So we did it. The total was so much money.
I still cannot believe we did that.
Whatever, it was good. Then we went to buy our merch. My dumbass forgot you cannot take shit into the BTS shit. About the Story of Light Shiny album, which is my prized possession. I love this more than life. Bitch. And I remembered you can't take it in, and this was huge, and I didn't have a bag, and they weren't gonna let me take it in, so I stuffed it up my shirt. I stuffed it up the hoodie, so it looked like I had a square baby in my womb. Then we got back on the red line to go to the United Center. I GPS'd it, but my GPS, for some reason, have you guys ever experienced you're like in a bigger city? Like when you're walking or whatever, it doesn't, like your iPhone GPS, your maps doesn't catch up to you. So you're like following it, but it's behind you. So you're like, whoa, that street was back there. I'm confused. It was like that. So we got off the red line and got just on a random blue line. I should have known it was the wrong blue line because it was going towards O'Hare, and O'Hare's out that way, United City's out this way. So I was like, okay, I don't know where we are. I was so freaked out because a homeless man tried to get me to sit by him. This cracked out nigga was sitting by himself and he was just like,
you looking good, baby girl. Would you come sit by me right now?
And I was like, no. I got off the train as soon as possible, and then we just Ubered it to the United Center. When we got there, the line was wrapped around the corner, per usual, and it took like about 15 minutes to get into the venue. And there we got a hot dog, which was overpriced as shit, $6. So relaxed for a second, and I was like, oh my God, okay. And then we realized where our seats were. Bitch, let me tell you something. We were so goddamn close. I could smell BTS. I could smell the sweat dripping off of Jimin's hairline. That was very disgusting, and I'm very sorry. Literally, if I were to throw something, and I'm not good at throwing, so this is how you know how close we were. It would have hit Jimin in the face, and that's how close we were. It was a good time. It was the greatest concert I've ever been to. I don't like concerts, so I don't really rank them high. My only gripe is the people we were sitting around were hot.
Goddamn bitches.
Like literally, oh my gosh, they were like, what, 12? And no offense if you're a 12-year-old, 15-year-old teenage army, just calm the fuck down though, because me and Sydney were hyped. We treated like we were in a club and there are our friends getting down on the dance floor. Work, bitch. You better shake that ass, bitch. You better shake that ass. Girls around us were getting mad. I'm pretty sure one girl told me to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down, and she was like 15. And I was like, where's your mom, dude? And she was sitting down the whole time. How you gonna see Jimin's amazingness if you're sitting down? Videos I can insert where we were going a little ham. And oh my God, the highlight of the whole experience was when Jimin like winked at me. And I know it wasn't probably at me, but like, because that nigga looked directly in my space area. Okay. Smiled, waved. I was waving back. Did anyone else capture that beautiful moment? Jimin, you know I love you. I mean, I love you. But it was a really good experience. My favorite song performed was Euphoria. I was so looking forward to that being performed because I think Jungkook has some great ass pop songs. And like after the concert, we had to walk an hour and a half because my friend neglected to tell me that there was a green line 15 minutes away from the United Center. So we walked an hour and a half back to the red line. And this was at night. This was the dead of night, 12 o'clock at night. We didn't get to the red line until like 1:30. Then we had to stay on that thing until like 2 o'clock in the morning to get back to her house, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And drunk people were on there. This one nigga stepped on my shoe and he just looked at me because he was so drunk. There was throw up on the train. I stepped in it and it smelled really good, but it looked horrible. I know that sounds disgusting, but like this was the best smelling throw up I've ever smelled in my life. It smelled like bubble gum mixed with like licorice. It was really good, but really bad because it looked like herpes on the floor. It was so bad. I stepped in it and I didn't give a fuck. I was so tired. I had walked an hour and a half to this train. We finally got back. It was a great night. I was stressed. The rest of the trip was horrible because I was so like tired from being so stressed. Yeah, it was a great experience. Honestly, I would do it again, but it better and like have BTS tickets beforehand. I'm gonna do it again for GOT7, so hopefully we get the tickets the first day. You know what, if you guys want to hear the reason why we didn't have tickets, that whole story, because that is a story, I will do that story time next, where I talk about why we didn't even have BTS tickets to begin with, because that day, let me tell you something, that day was bullshit. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Like, subscribe, and shoot dance out this video. Bye.